Welcome to Athens, Greece. Athens is the birthplace of democracy, it's home to several ancient sites including the Acropolis, and is one of the world's oldest cities. If you're new here, my name is Erica, and my husband Josh and I just spent 2 weeks traveling in Italy and Greece for our honeymoon. In this vlog, we'll take you to our fifth and final stop, Athens. We spent 2 days in Athens discovering its history and wandering its charming streets. I hope you hit subscribe and enjoy coming along our Greek adventure. Hello everyone and welcome to Athens. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Erica and welcome to the honeymoon vlog series where I've been taking you along Josh and I's honeymoon to Italy and Greece. So we started in Venice, we did Verona, then we did 2 Greek islands, Santorini and Paros, and now we're here in Athens and I'm so excited to take you guys along our adventure in Athens. We have 2 days here. We're going to explore the city, we're going to do a tour of the Acropolis, and we're going to take you along the whole adventure and I cannot wait. So we sort of just arrived. We had a pretty early morning flight, so we got to our hotel and took a nap because we needed it, and I think we're feeling a little bit refreshed, ready to go explore Athens. So yeah, I think we have nothing like scheduled today, no tours or anything, so we're just gonna go out and explore and take you guys along. So if you're excited for that, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and let's go check out Athens. I almost forgot, I want to give you guys a very quick room tour of our room. We're staying at the Palladian. Yes, the Palladian Home Hotel. It's here in Plaka, which is, I haven't explored it quite much yet, but it looks so cute and it's very close to the Acropolis, very close to like pretty much everything that you want to see when you're here in Athens. But let's do a really quick room tour. So starting off, here is the bed. There is my husband Josh. Say hi. So we just took a nap. Bed pretty comfortable? Yeah. Then we just have a TV here. Here's our little view, and there's like 4 or 5 restaurants right here, which is really nice. We have a little end table. Those are the towels they gave us, some slippers. Another table here with some glasses, and then this is just kind of our stuff, a chair. A nice big closet, which has a safe and a fridge. And also literally right outside our room, there's like a shared kitchen. So if you want to make coffee, tea, anything like that, you can do that. But, oh, I also forgot to mention these ceilings are so big, ginormous. And then we have our little bathroom with our shower, sink, toilet, hair dryer. Basically, all you need, nothing you don't need. And I do want to say that this hotel does not have an elevator, so keep that in mind. And how many flights of stairs did we walk up here?
At least 3. At
least 3. But the guy carried our suitcases up. But yeah, I mean, we just, walking up the stairs, it's kind of a lot. So just keep that in mind if you're not, able to do stairs or anything. This might not be the best hotel, but it's perfect, just what we need, great location, and I will have the hotel linked down below. But now that the room tour is done, now let's go out and see Athens. The first thing we decided to do was check out the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. This is located in Syntagma Square, directly in front of the Parliament building. This monument was built in the 1930s and honors the unidentified soldiers who died fighting for Greece. We ended up timing our visit perfectly as we got to also witness the changing of the guard. The changing of the guard happens every hour on the hour. But if you're visiting on a Sunday, there's a special ceremony at 11 o'clock in the morning that you should definitely check out. The changing of the guard takes about 10 minutes and is definitely worth seeing. It was a very moving and powerful experience. Something to note about Athens is that it is hot, way hotter than the Greek islands. We watched the changing of the guard in the afternoon and the sun was seriously beating down on us. So after we watched, we decided to take a stroll in the National Garden, which is literally right next door. The garden has lots of trees, which meant a lot of shade from the harsh sun. The National Garden has beautiful walkways, ponds, and even a small zoo. But our favorite thing we found was this little itty-bitty pond with probably 100 turtles in it. It was quite a sight to see, and a lot of people gathered here to watch the turtles. It felt so random to us, so let me know down in the comments if you've ever seen a turtle pond like this before. Continuing our tour around Athens, we decided to walk to the Panathinaikos Stadium, which wasn't too far away from the gardens. It is the only stadium in the world built entirely of marble, and it hosted the first modern Olympic Games in 1896. It is absolutely ginormous. It can seat 50,000 people. You can view the stadium from outside, and you can also pay €10 to go inside, walk the track, and walk up the stairs if you'd like. We didn't feel the need to pay the €10, so we just enjoyed the view from the outside. After the stadium, we just kept walking around and exploring Athens. Athens is a huge city, and there's so much to see. One place I definitely wanted to check out was the Monastiriki neighborhood. It's one of the oldest neighborhoods in Athens and is very popular to visit. We began strolling down the streets and in and out of shops. Then we stumbled upon the Monastiriki flea market. If you love a good bargain, I highly recommend checking out the flea market while you're in Athens. We are back at the hotel. We wanted to rest our feet and charge up our phones for a little bit, so we've just been hanging out here. I also changed my outfit just because it's been a long day. I felt like changing before dinner, and I want to give you my first impressions of Athens. It's super big. I love a lot of the streets, especially in Plaka and Monastiriki neighborhood. I'm probably butchering that. Greek is so hard to learn, but also if you're gonna do any souvenir shopping, do it here, especially here over the islands, because we looked in a lot of the shops, saw the same merch for like half the cost. Like it is so overpriced on the island. So if you want to do souvenirs, do it here in Athens. There's a ton of stores. There's a flea market, as you saw, that we walked down. And what else did I want to tell you? I knew it was the souvenir, but yeah, I can't remember what else I was going to say. But anyway, we're going to change and go to dinner. And we have a dinner reservation at a restaurant. I'm not going to try and pronounce it again because Greek is really hard, but I will have it down here, linked down below. We were able to make a reservation there. Again, you don't really need to make reservations in Europe. I think I said this in the Santorini vlog, but sometimes it's nice to have and just have a little bit structure to your travels. And this restaurant had good reviews, so we're just gonna go check it out. But we randomly just booked tickets to a comedy drama theater show. I don't know. It was on Get Your Guide, and it's just an hour show. It's like outside the Acropolis, I'm pretty sure, and I guess it's a show about like Greek mythology, but told in a funny way. I have no idea. It was €27 or dollars? Euro. €27 per person, and we have nothing planned today, so we're like, screw it, just book it, and we'll see what this is. It could be awesome, it could be a total flop, but it'll be entertaining either way. So that's what we have planned tonight. And yeah, Athens, really cool city, very big city, but it's been fun exploring, so let's go to dinner. I'm not even gonna attempt to pronounce this restaurant, but this is where we went for dinner. The restaurant was very out there for Josh and I. Opening up the menu, we had no idea what anything was. It was all very Greek and Turkish food, but we were excited to give it a try. For our starter, we ordered the saganaki though, which we did know what that was. You can't go wrong with fried cheese. It was so good. Then Josh and I split 2 dishes the waitress recommended. The first dish, honestly, the best way I can describe it, it was like a deconstructed hamburger. It literally tasted like a hamburger, and it even came with fried potatoes. And then the other dish was this tortellini pasta, which was nice. We also had fresh Greek yogurt for dessert, which was so delicious. Overall, this restaurant was very good, but I think Josh and I just realized that Greek food is just not our favorite. We had some time to kill before the show, so we decided to go out for drinks. When you're in Athens, you have to find a rooftop bar, especially around sunset, because you're gonna have beautiful views of the Parthenon. Keep in mind, it is very busy at these rooftop bars, so you may need to walk around a bit before you find one that has a table. We went to the MS Roof Garden and ordered a few drinks. I had a spritz and Josh had this little fancy cocktail. Our drinks were nice and the staff was very, very friendly. They kept bringing us popcorn to snack on, which was so nice, and we just watched the sunset over Athens. Then it was time to make our way over to the show. If you do decide to come to this show, just know that seats are first come, first serve. We happened to be the first ones there, so we got to sit right in the front row, and I mean, just look at that view. That was worth it enough to come see this show. They also offered us rosé, white wine, and water to drink, which I thought was so nice. There was no filming allowed in the show, so I could only take photos, and I will share my thoughts afterwards. Well, we are back from the play. It was interesting. So they did basically like 6 or 7 Greek plays, basically, but like not the full play, like little snippets from each of them. And a guy came on the stage in the beginning and kind of like told us which each play was going to be about. And they did a couple comedies, they did a tragedy, and I guess a drama. And then they went ahead and performed all the plays, and they wanted to make it very authentic to how the Greeks used to do theater, so they had the masks on and everything. And at first, the first couple plays were like the comedy ones, and those were honestly so funny, and I was laughing so hard. And then they went to like the tragedies and the serious ones, and they were interesting. I mean, it was a $26 ticket. It wasn't going to be like, 5-star Broadway show. It was like off Broadway. And we realized it was put on, was it a college, Josh?
Yeah, it was college.
It was like college kids. And so it gave that like school play kind of vibe. But I mean, it was really cool to see like the Acropolis behind them and everything. And I was trying to put it in perspective of like, this was what the plays were like then, and they were trying to be authentic to that. So I don't think you have to go out of your way to see it, but if you have a night where you're like, it's just an hour long, so it's not like a ton of time, and you have an hour to kill, go for it. I mean, they were super nice, and they did a really good job. It just was like, I didn't know all of the Greek stories either, or the Greek mythology, so it was kind of like a little hard to follow at times, but hey, it was something. It was entertaining. It was entertaining. And I'll have like the show linked down below in case anyone's interested. But again, you don't have to go out of your way to see it, but it was entertaining. And yeah, so now we're gonna go to bed because we have an 8:30 a.m. Acropolis tour. So we gotta get up early and go see the Acropolis. I think it's about a 2-hour tour. So I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning. We are up bright and early on our way to the tour's meeting point. Grabbed a little breakfast. I have a spinach pie, which is super good. Highly would recommend. And I just love being up early in the morning in these cities because it gives a totally different vibe. So I highly would recommend getting up. It's only about 8 o'clock, so not too bad, but it's cooler. There's less people. I feel like you can see more. So yeah, we're gonna go meet the tour group. We booked our tour with Athens Walks. We went to the meeting point, got checked in, got our headsets, and then we were off to the Acropolis. Surrounding the Acropolis is some of the most expensive homes in all of Athens. There's also this beautiful walkway along these homes, and we saw many locals out for a run that morning. We had a quick bathroom break here and then headed into the Acropolis. And a quick little backstory, the Acropolis dates back to the 5th century BC during the height of the Athenian power. It served as a religious center dedicated to Athena. And if you're wondering where Athens got its name from, it's from the goddess Athena. And the word Acropolis in Greek means highest, which makes sense since the Acropolis is on a tall hill. Our tour started at the ground level of the Acropolis and worked its way up to the top. When you think of the Acropolis, you probably think of the famous Parthenon, but there's truly so much more to the Acropolis. Probably my favorite thing in the Acropolis was the Odeon of Herodes Atticus. This massive theater was built in 161 AD and is even still used for concerts today. I also love the views from Athens at the top. It was truly stunning. Now it was time for us to see the main attraction, the Parthenon. Just pack your patient pants when you're almost to the Parthenon because as you can see, the entrance is quite busy. But once you walk through, you will see the massive temple that is the Parthenon. It was built in 447 BC and is the quintessential example of classic Greek architecture. And fun fact, there is an almost identical replica of the Parthenon in Nashville, Tennessee. So if you don't feel like going all the way to Greece, you can see it there. We just finished our Acropolis tour. It was about a little less than 2 hours to do the whole thing. And I always recommend doing a guided tour, especially when you see these places, because it's more of an experience when you know what you're looking at, you know what I mean? And there's so many tours you can choose from. I mean, there's so many tour groups here, but we did ours with Athens Walks. I'll have their website linked down below, but we did see a lot of people who just had like their headphones in, and I'm sure they're listening to like a free audio guide. So that's an option too if you're looking for like more of a budget-friendly route, but definitely get your tickets to the Acropolis in advance because right now what time is it? it's 11 and the lines are starting to form to just like get in, get their tickets. So yeah, that was our only thing planned today. And
oh, you could have done the museum.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
We didn't do that.
Yeah, we could have tagged on the Acropolis Museum with the tour. I just didn't really feel like doing the museum. It didn't interest me, to be honest, but I do hear it's a really good museum. And this is our last day of our 2-week trip, so we're pretty gassed at this point. So what we just did actually is we just booked a hop on, hop off bus, which we've never done. And we're just gonna go on that today. And there's 3 different routes that you can do here in Athens, and one of them takes you all the way down to the ports. And we booked one on, what was the company?
Bus.
Big Bus. And it was all 3 routes for €25 per person.
For 2 days.
For 2 days, yeah. Yeah, so we should have booked it yesterday, but oh well. That's what we're gonna do today, and just see what that's all about, because we've never done that before. And again, we're super tired, so we like the idea of being driven around, and I think you get like an audio guide too with the tour. But I think we're gonna go find a Euro for some lunch and then hop on this bus and see what it's all about. So let's go get some lunch. Thankfully, there are so many places to get a Euro in Greece, and we found this place just outside the Acropolis. It really hit the spot. Then it was time to board our big bus. They truly make this process so simple. There are literally bus stops for you to wait at, and you can download the app to see different routes and stops. We picked up our complimentary headphones and listened to interesting facts as we drove around Athens. We first took the route that led us down to the sea. This was a really pretty drive, and we passed by a few beach clubs, which I would definitely recommend checking out. We did the beach clubs when we were on the Greek islands, but I would also recommend doing them in Athens because 1, it's so hot here and it would be so nice to go out and swim, and 2, it would be so nice to go escape the crowds. And then after we completed that route, we hopped on another route that drove us all around the historical sites. We sat, watched, and listened to the fun facts along the way. Oh, and also in between fun facts, they give you a little music to listen to, so this is Josh and I grooving out to that music. For dinner, we were kind of maxed out on Greek food, so I found a little Italian restaurant to go to. This place was really, really good, and honestly, it had the best tiramisu we had on our entire trip in Italy. I would definitely recommend checking this place out if you're not really in the mood for Greek food. Good morning. We are waiting for our taxi driver to come pick us up to take us to the airport, to take us home. Yeah, we totally didn't have a bottle of wine with dinner last night and forget to end the vlog. That didn't happen at all. No. But let's go ahead and end the vlog here. So we always like to share our 3 favorite, Josh is here too, our 3 favorite things we did in each city. So my 3 favorite things of Athens: Acropolis.
Honestly, I thought that play was pretty cool.
It was just, yeah, it was memorable.
Yeah, it was spur of the moment.
Yeah,
but
I would say that too.
I thought it was pretty funny.
And then, what else did we do? We did the hop on, hop off bus.
Oh yeah, that was cool. We did 2 different routes.
Yeah, which I always used to think that was kind of like too touristy to do, but it's honestly really smart, especially €25 for 2 days, and it just will drive you to all the major like I was saying it'll just drive you to all the major like attractions. So I would recommend doing that in any city because they're everywhere, right?
Mm-hmm. Make sure you get the headphones.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we couldn't find the headphones. We had to like ask the driver. So yeah, I guess those were our 3 favorite things. I think you don't need, like, if you're doing like the Greek islands and you're gonna do Athens too, because you're probably gonna fly into Athens, I don't think you need more than 2 days.
Yeah.
Do you think so?
No, I mean, if you want to go on the outskirts of Athens, you know.
The beaches were really nice. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. If you're gonna do the hop on, hop off bus here, there is one route that will take you all the way down to the beach. And if you like plan it accordingly, you could like just let it take you to the beach, go to a beach bar for the day, and then like come back. So. Because
the pass is for 2 days.
Yeah, so the pass is for 2 days. So you could do like a day of like doing all the sites, and then have the bus go take you down to the beach. But yeah, I don't think you need more than 2 days in Athens. Athens is huge. Oh, it's also very hot in the middle of the day. Yeah, and we're here in September, so like if you're coming in July, just be prepared. Middle of the day, well, probably all day. It's hot here. So yeah, I don't think I have any more tips. Oh, definitely stay in Plaka. So we're right outside the hotel right now. Plaka, best place to stay. so walkable. All the restaurants, all the shops.
Yeah,
like
what was it? Town
and Monastiriki.
Monastiriki or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, there's also that flea market, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I liked all the shops in there.
Like I said, get your souvenirs here because they're way cheaper.
A ton of shops. Yeah.
Than on the islands. Everything's cheaper here.
Priced.
Yeah. Yeah. But that was our trip in Athens, and that wraps up our honeymoon. I know. But if you guys made it to the end of this video, what emoji? A moon? Okay, for the honeymoon. Drop a moon emoji in the comments so that way we know you made it to the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe because, like I said to Josh this morning, I said, where do you want to go next? Because we're always going somewhere, and I have home vlogs too and everything. So yeah, subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, all the jazz, and yeah, that's it. Wish us a safe flight. Got a 10-hour flight and a connection, so long travel day. All right, bye.
You cut me loose and set me free. You make me